Daniel Hill. If you are not familiar with this show, what we do on Mondays is we break down what the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, talked about on his weekly Ask Me Anything. I play the clips of his answers and I tell you if I think they're right or what relevant piece of information you might not be necessarily thinking about, or maybe he's not thinking about it. That's what I do on this show on Mondays. Let's dive right into the questions. The first one has to do with the Instagram bonus program. If you're not familiar, this is a bonus that Instagram would pay to creators based on how well their content performed. It is a very small amount of money though. Even if you are getting millions of views, you are not going to get the payday that you might be hoping from this program. Instagram took it away for a while and they've been testing it in different countries more recently. But here's Adam's answer to the question, any plans to bring back Instagram bonus?
Bonuses are currently testing in Korea, Japan, and the US, and we do hope to expand both in those countries and to other countries over time. But I want to be clear, there are way too many creators on Instagram for us to pay them all directly performance-based incentives, which is what we call bonuses. There's tens of millions of creators, so the numbers just don't add up. So they're more of a way to help early creators get a bridge to a more sustainable way of making money, like subscriptions or branded content. They're not really a sustainable or scalable way to get all creators paid. So if you're hoping that it's going to come to you and it's going to come to all creators, I want to make sure that we're honest. I don't think it'll ever be available to all creators everywhere.
If you want to make money from Instagram, you have to find a way that works for you. And I don't think it's going to be through the Instagram bonus program. It's also a very volatile thing. Instagram can have the bonus program and then just take it away, right? They might decide it's not a good use of their money. You want a way to make money that is going to be consistent so that you can use it for paying bills or whatever other things you want to do in life. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Can I block someone from DMing me? Yes, of course, you could block them. That's what blocking does.
If you block someone, then they can't DM you. It's as if you don't even exist on Instagram. And if you restrict someone, when they DM you, it'll show up in the requests folder.
Restrict is always a good first step option. Next question. Any chance we'll be able to add music to a specific video in a carousel post? I'm not really sure that I fully understand this question, but if you wanted to add music to a specific video, you should do that in another video editing app like CapCut. That's how I would do it. Then whatever videos you add to the carousel will have the audio or music that you want.
I don't know. This came up recently actually in Japan. A creator asked me, can we just add video to carousels can we add audio to carousels that have a video in it? And the issue is obviously the conflicting audio. But would you rather be able to add music to one video in a carousel or to the entire carousel, including that video? Let me know.
Down, DM editing, and being able to pin DMs. So stick around. Oh, hey, welcome back. Let's get into the next question, which has to do with reach. The question, it's a statement, still wondering why my reach is down. You probably know the reason why reach is down. There is so much content on Instagram these days. Stories, DMs, Reels. There's so much going on the platform, not to mention the time that people spend on other platforms like TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn. The list goes on and on. Here's Adam's answer to still wondering why my reach is down.
There's no one answer for everyone. Some people's reach is up, some people's reach is down. That's sort of how it goes. One of the key challenges is that there's not enough reach to go around. As more and more people post on Instagram, people do use Instagram more and more, so the pie is growing, but there's also more and more competition. And it doesn't correlate linearly, which just means that the competition effect grows over time. You just have to experiment and figure out what your audience is the most interested in. Stay true to who you are, be clear about what you want to get out of the platform, but be willing to try new things because everyone's audience is different. And actually everyone's audience will change over time as their interests change. And you're going to have to work out what the best way is to create content that is compelling to your audience today. And the answer to that might be different than a year ago.
About how Instagram added the ability to edit your DMs. You can edit your DMs up to 15 minutes after you send them. Back in the day, what we had to do was unsend the DM. So if you had a typo, you would have to copy the text, unsend it, paste the text, reset. It was a mess. It's nice that Instagram has added this option. Here's a question. Editing DMs, thank you. Here's Adam's answer.
Really excited about this one. Not so that you can edit anything ever. It's only for the first 15 minutes, but just when you make that silly typo, you just want to correct it, or you just kind of know right after you said you made a mistake. It's nice to be able to quickly fix it.
DMs. If you are not familiar with this, I talked about it last week on the show. In your DM inbox, you could pin certain messages that you have with people to the top. So you would see their DMs first. The question, who do you pin in your DMs? I couldn't think of anyone to pin, but Adam Mosseri had a really good suggestion.
Just my wife. Same thing on WhatsApp, which is the texting app I use the most. I usually think seeing the most recent is the most useful, but just getting Monica up top is easy.
Love it. I don't know why I didn't think to pin my wife's DMs. Sorry, Lauren, if you're listening. I apologize. I will fix that ASAP. The last question we're going to talk about today, are you team captions on or captions off? If I'm being honest, I love captions. I think they are a fantastic way to not only read while you watch, but also in case you miss something from an audio perspective, you could still catch what's going on by reading the captions. I absolutely love that. And on TV, sometimes in shows, they talk very quickly or they mumble something or just the audio mixing is bad. So I do like captions on. The only time I don't is if I'm watching like something with stand-up comedy where I feel like the joke is going to get ruined because I can read it faster than the person is delivering it. That kind of messes me up. Here's Adam's answer to whether he's captions on or off.
I'm team red captions off. Both on Instagram and on TV, I can't stand captions. I find them distracting, but for a lot of people, they're useful. So I'm glad they're an option.
Is something where a person is talking or has any kind of vocal audio that isn't music, you should have the captions on. Number one, because it's inclusive, but number two, it gives people the option of whether or not they want to watch your video with headphones or without so that they can fully appreciate the video. They might be in a place like on the train and they forgot their headphones. They might never get a chance to watch your video again, but if they can watch it with captions on instead of hearing the audio, that might hit the spot for them. That is going to do it for today's episode. As always, thank you so much for listening. If you have a moment, please leave a review of the show. It helps others to find it, and I really appreciate it. Have a great day and go create some content, and I really appreciate it. Have a great day and go create some content.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.